You know, there comes a time in Hollywood where they make an original idea that people think is a stupid idea, but turns out to be an awesome idea. That, my friends, has come to light with A Nightmare on Elm Street. Released in 1984, 6 years after the best original horror movie ever created, Halloween released. New Line, aka now Warner Brothers, brought out this phenomenal gem of a horror movie. Such to an original concept that it actually gave me nightmares when I was just 10 when I first saw this film. Okay? And the story starts off with a young teenager named Nancy Thompson. She and her best friends have been having weird dreams at night, okay, of a weird man in like this green and red sweater with claws for fingers, basically, and he's called Freddy Krueger, okay? When they discover that if they keep going to sleep, he'll haunt their dreams and actually kills them in their sleep. Nancy decides to figure out why is this person trying to kill her and her friends, and why her best friend Tina turns up dead by this mysterious figure. We will then later discover that her mother, and along with all the other parents of this neighborhood or the community, got together and killed Freddy Krueger because he was a child murderer, aka child rapist, but they didn't want to say rapist back in the 80s, so that part was left unscathed. So when the remake came out, they actually did that right and actually said rapist, you know? Because if you said something like that in the 80s, it would probably been just blasphemy, okay? So with this newfound this newfound info found out, she discovers that the only way to basically get rid of Freddy Krueger, because you can't really kill him because he's already dead. To get rid of this demon is to try and face your fears. Basically try to go to sleep and bring him back out in the real world where you can possibly try and kill him, or bring him out into the real world and say, you know what, fuck you, you're not gonna mess with me anymore. He'll probably just vanish. Okay? This movie is so fucking awesome. Okay, now that I got that plot out the way, this movie is, I love Nightmare on Elm Street so much, it's not even funny, man. This is my second favorite horror movie besides Halloween. Halloween will always be my number one, always. Okay? I know I love Freddy Krueger. I love Jason the most, but in terms of original ideas and movies that actually fucking made you think and made you afraid, yeah, Halloween and Freddy Krueger are the two main ones, okay? Because they're just that fucking horror icons that just leave their impact on you, okay? And it was one of the reasons why I didn't go to sleep for like 3 days when I was 10 years old. The night I fell asleep after seeing this movie, I had a nightmare so bad I didn't want to sleep for like ever, okay? But of course I had school back then, so I had to fall asleep at some point. Thank God it was the weekend, because Daddy didn't go to sleep that whole weekend. I'm sorry. I went to school that Monday all fucked up. And I told myself, I'll never see this movie again until I get older. And now that I see this movie again when I'm older, I'm like, why was I scared of this again? I laugh at this movie now. It's so fucking awesome. It's just funny. And the best part of this movie is just, my favorite scene is where he's coming to Nancy and he has his arms all sticking out, and the amount of work that went through to get that one scene done is fucking awesome. Okay, I watched the special features on my Blu-ray, the original Blu-ray, before I bought the collection last year, and this movie went through hell to get made, and I appreciate that shit. And then I also like the part that after his arms extends and Nancy starts running, he goes like as if he's on a fucking, like as if he's a puppet or something. He's gotta go. I love this movie. It's so fucking awesome, man. Look, the acting is great. Robert Englund does a fucking awesome job as Freddy Krueger. Heather Langenkamp, finally I said her name right. I had years of butchering that name. did a great job, especially for a young teenage actress at the time, or she was probably in her mid-20s by then. And you get to see the first appearance of a young Johnny Depp. Yeah, he left his little impact. All he had to do was die, and he became the biggest star in Hollywood today. So, yeah. Well, without a shadow of a doubt, Nightmare on Elm Street gets an A+. Just can't beat it. It and Halloween are the two mega forces, okay? So let me know what you guys think about Nightmare on Elm Street down below. Did y'all like it? Did y'all hate it? What is your best scene in A Nightmare on Elm Street? Let me know down below, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. We're going to be doing the whole series now, so let's get it started.